Alright. Wanted to show people a cool character I made. I got a little tired of making the same cookie cutter DPS, so I wanted to do something fun, and I wanted to do something with Vamp. So I made a Sorc. So we're using Overwhelming Surge and Hollow Fang, also Grothdar. Lightning Stabs, because I like those for solo play. Sharpened and Oblivion Damage Glyph, because that's what it came with, and I'm not really wanting to change it for a little character like this. So the point of the character basically was to kind of have this unkillable thing for trash mobs. So the idea is centered around Bloodmist. So what'll happen is we drop all our dots, or our ground AoE, and you hit Boundless Storm. Boundless Storm is important because it's a class ability most likely to trigger Overwhelming Surge, because we're not really using anything else. Lightning Flood also does it, and sometimes I run Haunting Curse, but I'm trying to level Weakness to Elements, so that's on my front bar. So basically we're trying to abuse Bloodmist here. There's a lot of cool Vamp passives. When you toggle it on and off, you get 600 spell damage for 6 seconds. Then you also got Frenzy. I chose the heal morph because it's just a little safer for solo content. So basically Grothdar, Overwhelming Surge, Hollow Fang, and then you hit Frenzy, do Bloodmist, and all you're doing, I'll just shut up and show you. Basically you're unkillable in that mode, largely because of Crit Surge. So we'll do the classic big pull. I'll do it without ultimate for the first test here. So here we go. Drop AoE, make sure Boundless Storm and Crit Surge are up. Don't get stunned. Blood Frenzy, Blood Mist, and then you just sit there. Stuff melts. You don't even have to use Blood Frenzy. Make sure you toggle it back on and off because you can get stunned out of Blood Mist form. You don't have to use Blood Frenzy if you're nervous about it, but make sure you cut out of it to re-up your Crit Surge and Boundless form. So Frenzy. You could also toggle off Mist first and then hit Frenzy, so you get the 1200 total spell damage. But now we got Grothdar, Overwhelming Surge, Blood Mist, and it's all going off. And then as you crit, Hollow Fang should trigger, and then you'll be able to have permanent regen. Also, Overwhelming gives you the regen. So you can sit in that form in a trash mob for ever. This is a great Sky Reach, Spell Scar. I haven't taken it into any vet dungeons yet, because I'm not sure how it would go. Single target DPS is kind of meh, especially with lightning stabs, but you do okay. And since we're solo, we're definitely going to be doing E-Drain. I chose Blood for Blood mostly because just in theme for Vampire, but Force Pulse was my initial first choice. It felt the strongest choice with all the AoE, because once status effects are applied, Force Pulse is basically an AoE. Plus Destro passives are nice for regen. False God is totally fine. I would swap out Hollow Fang for it if you're gonna do that. And now on this pull, we'll do it with ulti, which you do absolutely gross damage. I mean, you could just sit here for the entire chest and just let stuff melt. And your regular rotation is fine too. Pop out of it. You know, wall, flood, orb, trigger frenzy, do some, whatever that's called, blood for blood. If you need to heal, jump into mist form real quick. Grothdar triggers. I did some quick math. Oh, also you generate ulti in mist form, which is huge. So you can just pop out and go back to Blood Scion. I mean, you could do this all day, and if you don't hit Frenzy in this form, you basically can't die. And Surge Hollow Fang, make it so you never even run out of mags. You don't even have to come out of the form, really. Hollow Fang healing you is also pretty good, especially when you got Frenzy on. This is a really fun toon. I've had a pretty good time with it so far. I have, oh yeah, back to the dungeon thing. I've done some normal dungeons, soloed some, went in some groups with some. It's a lot of fun. People get a kick out of the cloud of blood just going around killing people. Let's see. I think I did some math, and between Grothdar, Overwhelming, Boundless Storm, and Bloodmist itself does damage. During that form, you should be hitting over 10k DPS with those skills alone, plus them sitting in your Wall of Elements, your Mystic Orb, your Lightning Flood, and any other AoEs you choose to use. That's a fair amount of DPS. I mean, you can see they're not even making it to the big crowd if you just damage them along the way. So yeah, I had a really good time with this, so I figured I would show it to some people. You know, a lot of people made the Vamp Nightblade because of the ulti regen, and the Vamp Necro for the same reason with necrotic potency. But I decided to go Sorc, basically because of Crit Surge. That was my prime motivation. And then I was pleasantly surprised to find that this mist form thing was a lot of fun and actually pretty good. So there's the toon. I don't even have all the passives up on this toon. I just haven't farmed the skill points yet, so probably be doing even more damage. I use the Lover Mundus in PvE content for solo stuff, but you could use the Thief or the Shadow. Thief if you wanted some more crit. You could also pick a crit monster set. I don't have any trouble proccing Hollow Fang. You know, there's a lot of dots running, and the odds that one won't crit is pretty slim. So the spell crit's pretty low. Buffed up, your spell damage should be almost 4,000 with Crit Surge, the Bloodmist trigger plus Frenzy. So yeah, considerable damage, super fun, and yeah, maybe just give some people some ideas, or you know, not just stick with the Mother Sorrow, Soruria, False God kind of trial setup if you're wanting some fun, different characters. Alright, McFist signing off.